What is up, everybody? It is JJ's Orange here, and welcome to another Clash of Clans CWL recap video. Today we're looking at Warbusters Season 2 of the CWL, and yeah, you remember how last season, in Season 1, we absolutely overpowered every single one of the clans that we came up against? Yeah, it's a bit of a different story this time. Warbusters were definitely very heavily outmatched, but not so much to where we couldn't do well. So we're going to go ahead and start off this war recap, or this CWL recap here, with Dark's attack over here on their number 9. This is Pixels, one of the 7 clans that we were matched with. And I'm not going to lie, the CWL actually turned out pretty decent for us. Also, I'm sorry this is coming out so late. I actually ended up getting really sick after the season ended. And I've just been sick recently, and that's why you haven't seen as many live streams and stuff like that. I've just been sick. I've just been trying to get my voice back together. And it's not even the bad feeling of feeling sick. It's just also my voice can't handle me streaming for 2 hours or even recording this little voiceover for 20 minutes. So been trying to heal up, do that, and recently been doing well. So I decided this morning, why not? Let's get this voiceover in. That's that's why this is so late. These videos aren't really. By the way, I'm just talking over this textbook Lala here, or textbook Goho here, because most of the people who watch my channel, they would have seen this a million times. Either way, excellent job here by Dark. But yeah, basically, the biggest thing that takes the most time, I would say, and the most effort out of making these videos specifically is the voiceover, because it's hard to find a time to record, because it has to be kind of quiet. It's actually pretty early in the morning over here, and that's typically when I try to record these. But also, it just it's 20 minutes where I have to sit down dedicated to focusing on what I'm doing. I'm basically watching the video, and commentating over it. So it takes a bit of time, and sometimes my voice isn't always up to par, and if I end up coughing everywhere, I have to cut that out, do things like that and whatnot. So anyways, yeah, let's get back to the Clash content here. Enough of the whole ramble about what's been going on. But yeah, so we got Dark over here cleaning up this base, wrapping it up for a triple here. Dark has been one of the top tier Town Hall 9s inside of Warbusters. Excellent attacker, really knows how to use Goho. I think he's been practicing a bit of Lalo as well, just to have another attack strategy under his belt. I mean, at Town Hall 9, you really don't need it. I mean, you'll be fine if you just use Goho the entire time, because most bases will still fall. Even then, Witches is a good one to learn at Town Hall 9, but I mean, it's at Town Hall 9, you really can triple a base with any of these key strategies. It doesn't really matter if it's catered towards it. Maybe not Lalo all of the time, but most of the time you can usually take down a base with Lalo. So, excellent job by Dark here, getting it done. We actually ended up tying this war. Look at the end war results. It's super unfortunate, honestly. I thought we would get the win, but we missed a few attacks, and that's just honestly our fault. We included some people in the lineup who had said previously that they didn't want to be included because they wouldn't be able to attack, and so it's a little bit on us. But they did also not use 11 attacks. But you notice there, our top 2 are tripled, and they have a Town Hall 11. If you haven't been in the loop of what we've been doing with Warbusters and Clanbusters in terms of the CWL, all Town Hall 10 and above go to Clanbusters to do the CWL there, to grow, get some medals. Warbusters is Town Hall 9 and below. We have a few Town Hall 10s, like Cloud over here, who's a baby Town Hall 10. As you can see, his heroes aren't even maxed for Town Hall 9. But here's the thing. It's not a max 10. Like, this 10's offense, as you can see, this is a Town Hall 9's level of troops, which, is a problem. So, yeah, again, we're just having and this is their number 4 base in this clan, top 50. So, as you can see, the mismatches were absolutely incredible for us here. Somehow, though, we still managed to really pick up some awesome attacks. We managed to pick up some awesome numbers with the amount of disadvantages we had, because every single clan that we went up against would come up with several Town Hall 12s. Sometimes, I think the highest number of Town Hall 12s they had was 3, and they had a bunch of Town Hall 11s. We had, I think, 2 or 3 Town Hall 10s, but every single one of them had upgraded to Town Hall 10 within the past 2 weeks, which, if you played this game a long time, you'll know that there's no way you can get up to par level Town Hall 10 in 2 weeks. It's not going to happen. Your heroes aren't going to be maxed, your troops aren't going to be maxed, your defenses are definitely not going to be maxed, so it's hard to get up to that level. But yeah, we're finding a balance right now with Warbusters and Clanbusters. Also, Reese is bringing a fantastic Witch Slap here. He was mainly aiming for the double, and that's the key with these attacks, because again, he's not a developed 10, so there's not much he can do here. But I think he actually does end up grabbing the triple here, if I'm not mistaken. I could be mistaken though, I'm not sure. But yeah, so it's really key that we were trying to include everyone, and before we were running CWL and League Busters, which you guys, I did 2 season recaps for that, but then we got a lot of members who wanted to contribute and participate, and so we said, you know what, let's spend this time to really grow and you know, have strength. If a clan, this is just me. If your clan does not have 15 Town Hall 12s ready to play CWL and really give it their all and like push up the ranks, you're not going to get farther than Masters 2, Masters 1, around that range. There's no way. It's absolutely, I mean, maybe there's a way, maybe it's a possibility if you have some really solid 11s, but you're gonna need 12 Town Hall, or you're gonna need 15 Town Hall 12s if you're really looking at competing at, say, a global scale with some of these top clans like One Hive, Dark Looters, you know, Mao Do that went to the Supercell headquarters. You're gonna need 12. You're gonna need 15 Town Hall 12s. It's gonna happen. So right now we're taking the leagues as a good way to get some practice in, and then also just a way to get medals in and have some fun. You know, we're having fun with it. So yeah, we actually ended up winning this war 28-19. And see, this is what I mean, right? Look at this disadvantage. Town Hall 10s everywhere. Town Hall 9s versus our 8s. You know, Town Hall 10s versus our 8s. It was bad, but by sheer luck, I would say, just a little bit, some of these clans decided not to show up, and so we're like, whoa, this is actually good. Okay, that's awesome. So now we got Pavel over here bringing a witch slap, but he doesn't bring a traditional witch slap. Pavel is now actually a new Town Hall 10. Congrats to that. This video was recorded quite a while ago, but yeah, instead of bringing healers, he brings P.E.K.K.A.s, which is interesting. Not gonna lie, I can't speak. It's an interesting way. There we go. I got it. Don't worry. It's an interesting way to bring a witch slap without healers. I don't know. But yeah, so instead he brings the tanks rather than the heals, so it's cool. You know, it's cool. It's cool. No wall breakers on this raid either, but his golems end up beating through the wall as well as the P.E.K.K.A.s. Bowlers out of the clan castle. CC troops are lured. Jump spell in the middle. Troops on the side. I mean, it's just textbook. You know, what I like about Warbusters is definitely the fact that we can actually go in, you know, see some solid attacks. We have fundamental attacks here. I mean, this is some key stuff here. This is, you know, it's not difficult. It's not too hard to master, but it's just good stuff. You know, it's solid attacks. He's still got another jump spell for the back end. Going to drop it there. Open up the entire base. Well, maybe not the entire base, but, you know, most of the base with that one jump spell. And that's going to allow him to actually push through even more and not slow down and keep his momentum going. Bowlers out behind. Golems going out. Both golems haven't popped yet. Or no, one of the golems has now popped. One of them is pretty much at full health. And, I mean, he's just smashing it right now. As you can see, the witches on the right side just died out. No, there's still one witch over there, as well as one witch on the left. And that's important. As long as you can keep one witch on each side, you'll be fine, because those witches are going to end up just kind of sweeping the base as your main army moves through it. So yeah, he's just absolutely powered through this base here, taking it down for the triple. Excellent job here by Pavel. So yeah, anyways, if you guys, I might as well plug in here. If you guys are looking to join the clans, please be sure to apply at the clan tags. I'll probably have the clan website in the description. You can look up how to apply there. There's a whole page on apply that I think I'm going to be reworking at some point, giving you all the different ways you can apply to the clan, as well as you can actually apply through the website if you're really looking to do that. You could do that if you really want to. The many ways you could apply. Let me see. You can apply through the website. You can join our Discord and talk to us in the recruitment chat, or you could just straight up apply to the clans and, you know, in game and not even talk to us. And I mean, it's the least amount of chance you'll get in. And I don't want people to be like leaving their clans to come and join ours if they can't even join in the first place. So yeah, as you can see, we did lose this war, and they didn't even use 5 attacks. But look, 2 12s, 2 11s, a bunch of 10s. I mean, we have 9s. What are we supposed to do? You know, we can't exactly do much. We actually didn't end up clearing some of the 9s as well. So we could have won this war potentially, but we had a bit of struggle down bottom. But again, you know, that's some of our 8s hitting these Town Hall 9s. It's difficult. It's hard to triple Town Hall 9s with Town Hall 8s. It's hard to triple Town Hall 12s with Town Hall 10s. You know, it's just what it is. And they always have an easy 3-star on us every single time up top. So yeah, make sure to show off one of my attacks. This is a standard go-ho. It's great. I won't talk too much about it because, you know, it's a casual go-ho. But what I do want to keep talking about is, you know, Clan Busters and Warbusters. So I've had a lot of questions concerning which clan to apply to, especially in live streams, because you have people wanting to join the clans and stuff like that. Don't join Clan Busters. Clan Busters is merely a family clan. The reason I have it listed to where you can apply to it if you want is if you're not a hardcore player and you're high level and you want to just come chill for wars, or you want to, you know, just have a chill clan to have your account sit in, maybe be a little active here and there, that's the clan for you. It's not an active clan, not super active. You know, there's players getting on, there's players donating, but it's not active in terms of wars. If you want to join a hardcore war clan, one that's actually serious about things, join Warbusters. I think the main times that Clanbusters sees war is during the CWL. They do see war every Friday of the week, I think, but they're usually 5v5 wars, just for the leader and his accounts and some other people who want to join. There's not much war action going on in Clan Busters. That's because, you know, we have Warbusters, the War Clan, where, you know, we take things seriously. War Log's looking solid, you know. We do good. We do good stuff there. We get stuff done. But yeah, anyways, as you can see here, absolutely destroying this base. I mean, it's just a casual go-ho, you know. I would love to like commentate over these and like focus solely on the attacks, but the big thing with Town Hall 9 and below gameplay is that attacking gets so textbook. And what I mean by textbook is the same thing. There's not much you have to really alter with these attacks. Like for instance, go-ho. Your main plan here is go in with a kill squad, get the queen, maybe an expo, CC, get those out of the way, and the main ones being the queen and CC, and then drop your hogs in the back end and heal. And that's basically it. So, yeah. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the end war results now. With the cavalry over here, taking them down 32 to 3. They ended up not using any of their attacks. And as you can see here, this is what happens when we actually pull through and get some work done. So, you know, we did get a bit lucky with some of these clans not showing up, because that was 42 star net gain for us, that war. Well, not 42 stars, at 42 minus 6. But anyways, we got it done, we did our best, and we ended up winning the war. So I won't lie, throughout this season, I think a bit of where we placed at the end was due to a slight bit of luck. Now, I'm not doubting any of the skill level of Warbusters. As you can see by the attacks I'm showing you, it was really hard to pick and choose which ones I showed during the war, but I didn't want to be showing like 2 to 6 or 2 to 4 Town Hall 9 attacks for each war, because that would make this an hour-long video of just Town Hall 9 attacks, which, don't get me wrong, Town Hall 9s are amazing and everything, but again, the attacks get very textbook after time. So, a big thing, though, is I think we did get a bit lucky with how some of the clans didn't really show up, because they most definitely had the power to absolutely obliterate us. Like, if, you know, if they really did all their attacks and got everything done, we would have lost every single war. But a lot of the clans actually didn't end up showing up, and so, you know, maybe that's why we had a bit of a win here. I actually did want to show this one because it's a bit unique. It's more of a go wipe, but he's got hog riders in there. I don't know. It's kind of interesting. He's got an earthquake for some reason. I don't know what he was mainly doing. I think Youngsta is. Oh, he's a Town Hall 8. Right. Never mind. Sorry. This is a Town Hall 8 attack here. I forgot to mention that. So yeah. Again, but actually, wait. This is a Navy 9. I don't know why I picked this one, but we'll see in a second. There are the max loons out of there. So yeah, it was an interesting attack. That's why I picked this one. Never mind. It was probably the most interesting of the war, because he went in with a kill squad here, went to go for the air defenses, dropped a premeditated heal there to try and keep his loons alive, as well as moving with this. I mean, it was a hit up. You know, it's a 9v, it's an 8v9, but the base isn't that developed, so he was taking advantage of that. 2 air defenses left alive though, but the king is actually beating through those walls there, actually going to help them out, freeze on the air defenses, going to keep them frozen a bit, going to get his loons in a bit further. Those seeking air mines, yeah, never mind. I was going to say they're not doing much, but they actually ended up taking down a max loon. But yeah, actually Youngster is going to be able to pick up the triple here as his king moves up and takes down the final air defense. And those 2 max loons, I mean, they're not going to be stopped by pretty much anything. It's actually really funny, now that I think about it, that like looking at these max level troops go up against these, like, you know, kind of lower-ish tier defenses. I think these are all like Town Hall 6 through 8 defenses. I don't think there were hardly any Town Hall 9. That mortar was, but you know, that's pretty much it. And so as you can see, these loons, they're just going to absolutely one-shot all these buildings and truck through them. So I always found that funny, how like high-level troops can basically like decimate an entire base, you know. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so Youngster getting it done here for us at number 13. So as you can see here, this is the kind of over-tiering that we had. We had one of our 8s going up against a 9. Even though it wasn't a developed 9, it's still a 9. You know, it has more defenses. And that extra DPS can really mean something. And maybe he got a bit lucky here because of the max, of the fact that the defenses were not maxed. But yeah, anyways, the matchmaking is not that great, and I think we did get a bit lucky. But at the same time, you do have to remember that Warbusters, we showed up to every single one of our wars. I think we missed 2 attacks the entire season. You know, we brought it. No, actually, that's an overstatement. I think we missed a few more than that, because we did have one person not wanting to war during the season, but we needed a higher level defender. Basically, we had one guy who said he wasn't going to be able to do the wars, but we decided, you know what, we'll stick him at the top base, just because, you know, we need more defense up there. Actually ended up working out for us just a little bit, as you can see. But yeah, we ended up losing this war 28 to 32, which, looking at the mismatch here, the fact that we're all hitting Town Hall 10s, is not too bad. They really, really lacked down on our lower bases. So we almost won this one, even despite the mismatch. So, you know, even though mismatches can definitely be huge for a clan, don't completely give up, because as you can see here, we still were able to bring it. And even though we lost this war, we gained another 28 stars to the total amount of stars that we had. Now, if your clan is overly mismatched, you need to change your agenda for the season. Everyone's agenda at the start of the season should be, look, we're trying to level up. We're trying to get to that level 1 or 2, or that second or first place. That's the main goal. However, if your clan is finding out that you're just completely mismatched, there's no way you're going to win these wars, etc., try and have your clanmates play smart. If you have 9v10s going on, try and get your 9s to go for 2 stars. The main reason you want to do that is so that way you can make sure that you're getting the most amount of stars per war. The worst thing that you'd want to happen is your clan demotes because all of your 9s are going for triples on 10s. I made this mistake one of the wars actually this season, the 3rd season, which is where I went for triples on town hall 10s with both my 9s, and that ended up costing us a lot. And so there's no point of going for triples on 10s whenever you could potentially 1 star. Rather, you should go for as many stars as you could possibly get just to add to your total, so that way you don't get put in the bottom 2 clans. Most of the time, the bottom 2 clans will be prominent throughout the entire season. The first 3 wars, they'll be like, oh, well, we've lost, and they'll give up. At least in the lower leagues. Maybe not up in Champs 1, 2, so on. But yeah, again, just it's so key that you maximize the amount of stars that you're getting from each war. Despite the fact that you have the chance of winning the war and getting the bonus 10 stars, you should still be doing everything you can to grab as many stars as you want. Because again, no clan wants to demote. And so maybe instead of your agenda being, let's promote and let's, get up, why can't it be, okay, let's try and stay in Gold 1. Let's try and stay in Masters 3, to get as many league medals as we can. Because remember, the higher level league your clan is, the more medals you will get at the end of the season. So that's really key. Again, and like I said earlier, if you really want to be competitive in the CWL, at least in the Supercell CWL, you're going to need 15 Town Hall 12s. That's the only way you can be seriously competitive in the sense of, I don't want to say like fair matches, but if you want to get to a level where it's like, man, we really got beat there just because, they had a bit more skill than us, or they were just better players. The only way you'll really be able to determine that is if you have 15 Town Hall 12s. Because I'll give you an example. In the Clanbusters Wars right now, we're in Season 3 as I'm filming this, by the way. So I'm very late to this, but again, I got sick. So, in the Season 3 of Clanbusters, we're going up against clans with 8 to 9. I think one clan even had 12 Town Hall 12s. Now, this doesn't seem like a huge issue, right? It's not a huge problem. However, the fact that they have this many 12s advantages on us is that they have 9 12 hits. We have 5, okay? We have 5 Town Hall 12s. We have a bunch of 11s as well. They have 11s too, but they have more 12s. So they're able to go down and triple our 11s because they're all dip hits. And so at that point, we're like, well, I mean, we can't do anything. What are we supposed to do? And so, anyways, looking at the end war results, 35-34, we ended up winning this one. This is probably the most fair matchup, and we actually ended up pulling this one through, which I was super, super proud of. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Clan. You did great. It was awesome. So, yeah, this is I believe, the final war, or one of the final wars. But, yeah, this is Dutch Typhoon. They seem like a decent clan, but I'm not sure. So, yeah, they were running a Town Hall 7, so we were like, okay, we're getting lucky here with these matches. But yeah, so as I was saying, there's some times where you really can't do much in terms of your placement. I know the CWL, the matches aren't always the best, but at the same time, if your clan isn't in a position to promote, get your clan in a position to stay in that league. Because remember, if you stay in that league, you're going to get more medals at the end of the season. The more medals you get, the more you can max out your base. So, think about it for a second. So, yeah, anyways, we've got Joe in here bringing this Town Hall 8 V7 attack, and he's just smashing a 7. So, yeah, I did actually end up joining a clan and helping them prep for attacks and stuff. And I mean, I'm sitting here looking at this roster. I'm like, wow, these guys are really, really, they're really over tiered. I think at some point they were versing 12 Town Hall 12s, and they had 2. And I think this was in probably in gold-ish, or no, it was early crystal, like crystal 3 or 2. But yeah, it's rough. And actually, funny enough, right now, me and a couple of my clanmates were talking the other day. We're finding out that we're actually finding harder matchups in Warbusters right now in Season 3 than we are in Clanbusters currently. So it's insane stuff. But as you can see here, ending war, 7th war. We ended up winning this one 37-21 because we actually got a clan that we could go up against. We were like, okay, these guys are, near our level. We can actually do this. So we went full force at the end of the season. We made a push. Now I'm going to take a look at the end season results. And guys, Warbusters ended up promoting to Gold League 1. We were able to snag 2nd place, almost 1st. And I remember just sitting here at the end of the season like, there's no way. bro, there's no way. How? So we ended up pulling through despite the disadvantages, despite the mismatches, we were able to pull through and promote to Gold 1. Now, right when we promoted to Gold 1, my entire clan knew it's like, okay, we're going to get absolutely destroyed in Gold 1. And yeah, I won't spoil anything now because that next season recap will be coming out very shortly. But we're doing alright. I will say that. So yeah, anyways, that's going to do it for the CWL video, full of a bunch of content for you to go through. We talked about some CWL mismatches, we talked about how to join the clans, a bunch of different stuff for you to go through, as well as showed some awesome Town Hall 9 and Town Hall 8 attacks from the wonderful people down in Warbusters. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, please be sure to smack the like button, and don't forget to subscribe for some more awesome Clash of Clans content. So yeah, that is going to do it for me, and I will see you guys later. See ya!